Welcome to week 49. This week we get really in detail in the diet and the calorie counting and the meal composition and everything you want to know about the food that I'm eating all the week long. We also test out my new wetsuit and put some more big numbers down in the training sequence. It was a really great week this week and lots of strides forward. Enjoy this video and we'll see you soon.
Welcome to my journey. We're going to take this and train it to compete in this. Yes, you heard right. This fat, unfit, middle-aged man is going to compete in the Cairns Ironman Triathlon 2024. That's a 3.8k swim, 180k bike ride, and a 42k run. Well, hopefully run. Starting 60 weeks out, you can follow me and see if I've got what it takes to make it all the way. Every week we'll have a new episode and you can see the highs and lows, all the tears, all the blood, all the sweat, and there'll be lots of sweat. I hope you join me and enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do. We'll see you soon. Okay, so fun topic this week is food, and I'm sure that lots of people, I know from experience that when people talk about counting calories and, you know, saying things like, oh, I eat a really good diet and I still can't lose weight, I'm sure all of those kind of comments for people who have never tried to lose weight, who have never been in that position, I'm sure everyone kind of, you know, rolls their eyes and thinks, oh, well, you're not really doing what you're supposed to do, or you're cheating, or you're whatever the case may be. So this week I wanted to make sure that I show people exactly what I'm eating in a normal week. Now, I know last week I had a meal of KFC, so I had one meal that blew out, but let me give you the basic framework of what I'm trying to do. So my nutritionist set my maintenance calories at 2,800, which given my, and I've checked this in other calculations and it seems to be about right. Given the amount of exercise I'm doing, that seems to be about the right level for maintenance. Initially, when I was trying to cut my calories down, I was taking about 300 to 400 calories off that, which in theory should be enough to put me into a deficit. Unfortunately, given the variation in the amount of calories in different food versus what they say on the packet and all of the little creep that you have in your calorie intake, that's not enough. So my target now is 800 to 1,000 calories under my maintenance, so I'm aiming for about 1,800. 1,800 to 1,000 to 2,000 calories is my 2,000 is my absolute maximum. That's what I have on a day like a Tuesday, where I do a double session, and the days where I can, I get it down to as close to the 1,800 or under as possible. Also on a Saturday, I don't even count my calories on a Saturday. It's not like I eat lots more, but basically after, 5 to 6 hour brick, my body, I actually don't think I eat. I will count them this week, but I don't think I eat all that much on a Saturday outside of the normal. So, although I'm planning to go to the movies this week, so there will be some popcorn. So that's the target that we're trying to hit. And so let's look at this week. On Monday, we hit our target, 1,000 calories remaining for the day at the end, 640 calories for breakfast, 651 for lunch, and 578 for dinner. Didn't have any snacks that day because it's just a gym day. I find that not a hard day to get the calories right. But unfortunately, cutting your calories also means that I'm under by 77 grams of protein as well. So it's hard to get enough protein in when you're trying to cut your calorie intake. So there's a real balance to this whole thing, and it's not the easiest thing to do. You're a bit like a mad scientist trying to, because the things that tend to give you protein, like meat, tend to be high in calories. So it is a catch-22 in a lot of instances to try and get that kind of balance. Hence why I have a protein shake in the morning, because it's the easiest way to get that amount of protein that I need for my body to repair and build, versus the calorie intake to do that. So Tuesday we were 723 remaining. So this one is a good example of the Tuesday is a double workout day. I have a Zwift session and a big pool session. So this week I did 2Ks in the pool and an hour and 10 minutes or something on the Zwift. So it's a big day in terms of using energy. And breakfast basically the same every day for me, around 550 calories. I have my banana in my protein shake, and I have 2 to 3 coffees in the morning, and that's my breakfast every day pretty much. And I have that straight after my workout, whatever the workout that day is. Lunch that day, 650 calories. That was the pork sausages in a wrap. Just really straightforward. All my meals are really simple and straightforward, nothing fancy. It's too hard to calorie count when you add lots of bits and pieces to food. So something to be aware of there. And dinner that night was 954. So I had a bigger dinner that night, extra lamb chop, extra potato, just my body's like screaming at me in the afternoon on a Tuesday because it just wants more to recover from the workouts. Moving on to Wednesday, we were 939 remaining, so good day. A same breakfast basically, although that day was a 3 coffee morning, so a little bit extra. And lunch was 547 again, and that was just roast chicken in a wrap with some tomatoes and a little bit of grated cheese. Dinner was 649, so we had homemade hamburgers that night. So again, all handmade food as far as I'm concerned, because it's much easier to control what's in there. And so again, that was a good day overall. Thursday we were 841 calories remaining that day, and again basically the same breakfast. Lunch was basically exactly the same as the day before. Dinner was roast chicken and vegetables, and there was a banana in there as a snack as well. But again, it's pretty straightforward. You'll notice a trend here that I have a very basic diet when I'm trying to do this, not only to control the calories, but also because it's just easier. Trying to create fancy food is not easy when you're trying to count all your calories and control everything. So, and it's Friday morning as I do this video, so I've had my normal breakfast. Now I will have my normal lunch, and tonight my pre-brick dinner is chicken, like breast chicken, and rice. So again, that'll probably be around the same calorie count. It's just a bit higher in carbohydrates. So, and then tomorrow, Saturday, for my brick, it'll be normal amount, sort of my maintenance level of calories, so that my body can recover from the 5.5 hour brick that I've got booked in for tomorrow morning. But overall, I haven't found, the only trouble I have with this food, this level of food that I'm trying to stay on at the moment, is that a lot of the time, because of the high level of work that I'm doing with my body just wants more, and it's not, it's not. I don't know how else to describe it. Like I said, on a Tuesday afternoon, my body is just screaming at me. And it's not that I don't lack any energy. My food intake doesn't seem to cause me to feel like down or slump or any of those kind of things, which is really great. I think the biggest thing is just getting used to not having as much. Sounds really simple and it should be easy to do, but you live your whole life eating portions and meals that are way over the top. And so when you've got to really cut things back, it does get more difficult. And also just because of the sheer volume of work that I'm doing. I mean, I'm doing a high intensity workout for at least an hour to an hour and a half each day. And 3 days of the week, it's going into 2 hours. And one of those days, it's a 6 hour, 5.5 hour workout this week. So I'm averaging, 12 to 15 hours a week of exercise. So it's not surprising that my body is screaming at me for more calories because it wants to keep that energy process flowing. But realistically, it's working well. My body is, although I am losing weight, I'm down 0.5 kilo this week already, Friday morning. I'm noticing more of a body composition change as we go forward. Everyone can see that I'm losing weight, even though it's not coming off like that on the scales. Because my body composition is changing quite dramatically underneath by the feel of it. It will be interesting, I kind of try to look at this from a scientific view and look objectively at what's happening to me rather than get emotionally involved in it, I think. Because if you were just relying on the scales and measurements and everything, you might not be happy every week because it doesn't turn out the way you want. The truth is that your body composition changing is a complex process. I can feel the muscles underneath my skin. I can feel thinner. I can feel stronger. All of those things that you feel that are subjective, it's hard to put credence behind them because when you look at the scales, that's an objective number. But unfortunately, it's not the whole story. So I just wanted to share this part of the journey because it's for anyone who has to lose weight and is trying to get fit and strong and do it all at once like I am. It is not a straightforward calories in, calories out process. There's a lot more to it than that, and you need to be very patient and understanding that your body is doing a lot of things and you can't control every little part of what's going on, but you can give yourself the best chance to get it all right in the end. So hopefully that's really helpful for people who are looking at this from the outside, seeing all the work I'm doing and maybe wondering why I'm not losing like 3 kilos a week, because you would think, given the amount of work that I do, that the number of weight loss would be higher, but it's just, it is just not. And that's fine. I've accepted how it's working, and I'm sure that I will get where I want to go, but I need to understand and be patient because it's working. We just need to give it time to get where it needs to get.
This week's workouts have been a relentless pursuit of more and more and more, starting on Tuesday with a 2 kilometre swim, basically 6 by 300 metre moderate to hard efforts, followed by a Zwift session, the SST short, which I found difficult And then on Wednesday, my big run day, it was an hour-long session, 3 times 10 minutes at a high intensity with 4-minute floats in between. And so it ended up being about an hour long and about 8.5 kilometers in total. And I'm finding the interval training on the running really pushes my body, so it's good. Just really those 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, with a 2 times 20-minute FTP, which really sucked the life out of my legs. And I was struggling all day after the Thursday workout. Then into Friday, which was my swim out in the ocean, 75 minutes, and did just over 3 kilometers, which I was pretty happy with at the end of the day. So all in all, a really strong week so far, with just my 5.5 hour break left to go.
Saturday morning break time. 4-hour ride, hour-and-a-half run. Let's get it on. Hour and a half in. Having great fun. Well, that's the end of the 4-hour ride. Over 100 k's again. And now I am off for my hour-and-a-half run, and then a nice ice bath. My brick today went really well. 4 hours on the bike, just over 100 k's. And then an hour and a half in the run, and I did 12 k's. So really happy with that. Body's pulled up pretty well. Everything's sore obviously, but pretty well considering. That's 5.5 hours of working out. So very happy with that. In my hydration and fuel today on my ride, there was I tried precision hydration gels, which were better. And I mixed them up with the Cliff gels, like the little lollies, which seemed to work. And I used Precision Hydration's sodium tablets, and then just water in my drink bottles. So that seems to have worked pretty well. I'm going to try the Flow Gel from Precision Hydration next week in a container of its own. And we'll see how that goes. But so far, that package seems to work pretty well. They were the 90-gram gels, so I had 3 of those and 2 lots of the Cliff bars. So all up, that's 340, I think, grams of carbs for the 4 hours. And then I had another lot of the Cliff gels for my run. So all in all, that seemed to work pretty well. I was pretty happy with the outcome from the brick today, and I will keep fine-tuning that. One thing I do have to do is I'm going to have to change the aero bars on my bike and lift them up higher, because they're just too low for me to get into a comfortable position now. I've got everything else adjusted correctly, so I will fix that this week, and that will be good. We're finally getting all of the pieces in place now, and really coming to the pointy end of everything. Happy with my weight loss this week. I'll put the graph up now for you to see. About 0.5 kilo this week, which is not, I would love to do 1 kilo a week, but my body composition is changing. I can feel it. I can see it in my clothes. Everything else. It's just not coming off in big chunks of kilos at the moment, but it's still going in the right direction, and that's all that really matters. So thanks very much for watching this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week when we get into some other new topic that I haven't figured out yet. Have a great week, and don't forget to take the next right.